Find the diameter of a circular bar which is subjected to an axial pull of 160 kilonewton if the maximum allowable shear stress on any section is 65 Newton per mm square. So my dear students, if you observe this problem, so we have to find out the diameter of a circular bar. So this is our requirement. Okay, this is the unknown factor we have to calculate. That is the diameter of a circular bar which is subjected to an axial pull of 160 kilonewton. For suppose if a circular bar, it is like this. Okay, if a axial pull is, I am drawing here, this is 160 kilonewton and 160 kilonewton, and again they given the maximum allowable shear stress. The maximum allowable shear stress is 65 Newton per mm square. So from this data, if you take, this is a circular bar and there is an axial pull of 160 kilonewton and the maximum allowable shear stress is on the section is 65 Newton per mm square. Now we have to calculate the diameter of the bolt. Anyway, I will write here. Please wait for 1 second. The given data P equal to 160 kilonewton. That means 160 into 1000 if I convert into newtons. And maximum shear stress, I will write here. The maximum shear stress equal to 65 Newton per mm square. And next, let capital D equal to diameter of the bar. So now we have to calculate the diameter of the bar. When it is a circular bar, what is the area of the bar? Area of the bar equal to pi by 4 d square. Okay. Now, first we will calculate the direct stress. That is sigma equal to P by A. P is the axial pull, that is 160,000, and area is pi by 4 into d square. So now when you send this 4 to the numerator, what happens? 160,000 by pi d square into 4. So total 640,000 by pi d square Newton per mm square. So this is the direct stress. So we have direct stress formula is a force by area, that is the load by area. The axial pull is nothing but 1,60,000 newtons and area is pi by 4 d square. And next, the maximum shear value. If you observe the maximum shear value, yesterday class I told you that is a sigma by 2. Generally it is sigma by 2 into sine 2 theta, the shear value. So after that, if you enter the t value, we got sigma by 2. Yesterday I discussed clearly. If you have any doubts, please refer the RK Bansal textbook. Okay, now the maximum shear value sigma by 2 equal to, so already we got the direct stress, that is a 640,000 by pi d square. So now this one, the maximum shear value sigma by 2, already they given in the problem, that is 65 Newton per mm square. So now 65 equal to 640,000 by pi into d square. So please calculate and tell me the d value. Anyone? Please respond. I will wait for 1 minute. Yes, please respond. Please calculate and tell me the diameter of the bar. So still now we have the direct stress, load by area. From that already they given the maximum shear value. Okay, so we equal both. So sorry, this one sigma by 2. Sigma they given. If you send this 2 value, what happens? It is like this. Sorry, here, sorry, my dear students, please look into this one. Sigma by 2 is the maximum value. We know already sigma, that is 640,000 by pi d square. Directly I substituted here. Okay, that is a 640,000 by pi d square. But again in the numerator 2 is there, so that is 2. So like this. So tell me the answer, d value. Yeah, who is that? Obul Reddy, your answer is right. And next, please respond. So anyone, I'm waiting for other students. Please respond here. So please respond. Then we will move to the another problem. Yeah. Oh, who is this? Sunil Kumar. Your answer is not correct. Please recheck. So the answer is 39.58 mm. I think some more people, some other people also responded. Yes, Dikshita, you are right. Yes, already done already. Good job. Okay. So the next, this is the calculation of the diameter of the bar. So the next problem I will write. Please listen carefully and observe this one. The second problem: a rectangular bar of cross-sectional area of 11,000 mm square is subjected to a tensile load P as shown in figure. The permissible normal and shear stresses on the oblique plane BC are given as 7 Newton per mm square and 3.5 Newton per mm square respectively. Determine the safe value of P. So now, my dear students, please look into this problem. They given a rectangular bar. One second. They given a rectangular bar of cross-sectional area of 11,000 mm square. So the area they given of a rectangular bar, that is 11,000 mm square, is subjected to a tensile load. There is a load, that is a P. Okay, as shown in the figure. Anyway, I will draw the figure also. The permissible normal and shear stresses, that is sigma n, and shear stress is sigma t, on the oblique plane BC are given in the 7 Newton per mm square and 3.5 Newton per mm square. That means the normal stress is 7 Newton per mm square and shear stress is 3.5 Newton per mm square. Okay, now calculate the P value. So I will draw the diagram clearly. Please look into this one. This is the rectangular section. There is a load, the tensile load, that is the P, and there is a section BC. Okay, the angle they given is 60 degrees. Okay, so the given data I will write. Area of cross section, capital A equal to 11,000 mm square. Normal stress is sigma n equal to 7 Newton per mm square, and shear stress equal to, that is a sigma t, 3.5 Newton per mm square, and angle of oblique plane with the axis of bar equal to 60 degrees. But so this one is the 60 degrees, but the thing is that we need the angle of oblique plane, the BC, whatever it may be, with the normal cross section of the bar. We need the angle with the normal cross sectional of the given section. So actually what they given, my dear students, please don't confuse here. If they given 60 degrees like this, don't take directly theta is equal to 60. It is not a theta. Okay, the angle of oblique plane with the angle with the axis, with those axes, but we have to take the theta value is total 90 degrees minus 60. So then we got 30 degrees. So like this, we have to take the angle. This angle is the, I will write again here, the angle of oblique plane, the BC, with the normal cross section. Cross section of the bar. So my dear students, whatever we are taking this theta value is through the axis of that section. But when you take the normal to this one, it is like this. So total it is rectangular, that is 90 degrees. So if you remove that one, we will get the theta value, that is 30 degrees. Now we have complete data. So now calculate the, we know already sigma n is 7 Newton per mm square, sigma t equal to, please wait for 1 second, sigma t equal to 3.5 Newton per mm square. And if you observe here, now the sigma n value, the sigma n formula is sigma into cos square theta. Okay, so what happens? I will write again, sigma n equal to sigma cos square theta. So sigma n equal to 7 sigma into cos square 30 degrees. So tell me the sigma value, sigma by cos square 30. So tell me the answer here. I will wait for 1 minute and tell me the answer. Yeah, sigma n equal to sigma cos square theta. And now calculate the sigma value. Anyone, someone responded, yeah, Obul Reddy, your answer is right. And please, I'm waiting for other people to respond the answer. Please respond. So here, first you have to check what is cos 30. Cos 30 is 0.866. Yes. And next, Aishwarya, yes, your answer is right. Okay, the answer is 9.334 Newton per mm square. Okay. Next, they given already sigma t value. I will write here sigma t equal to the formula we know sigma by 2 into sine 2 theta. The sigma t value is 3.5. The sigma by 2 into sine 2 theta. So 3.5 equal to sigma by 2 into sine 2 into theta is 30 degrees. So 3.5 equal to sigma by 2 into sine 60 degrees. So now sigma equal to 3.5 into multiply with the 2 by sine 60 degrees. So tell me the answer. The sigma. Yeah. So if you see the shear stress here in the oblique section, we calculated in the by using the normal stress as well as the shear stress. So now calculate the sigma value. Yeah. Yes, Avinash, your answer is right. Good. For the follow. Next, Obul Reddy, yes, your right answer is right. Next, I am waiting for some more people to respond the answer. Dikshita, right. VBEC 101, your right answer. What about other students? Please respond. Who is this? Aishwarya. Yes, you are right. Kiran, you are right. So thank you for observing the question neatly. So the answer is 8.083 Newton per mm square. If you see here, the sigma here we got 8.083, here we got 9.3.34. So we have to take the safe stress. When you have to take the safe stress is the least of 2. So the least value is 8.083 Newton per mm square. Okay. Now we have to calculate the safe value of axial pull, the P value. The P equal to the formula we know already, stress equal to load by area. So from that I am writing this one, safe stress into area of cross section. So safe stress we got 8.083 and area is 11,000. So finally we got 88913 Newton. If you convert into the kilonewton, that is 88.913 kilonewtons. So this is the answer. Anyway, I will explain briefly within 1 minute. Please wait for 1 second. Yes, if you observe here, there is a rectangular bar of cross sectional. The area they given is 11,000 mm square, and it is subjected to a tensile load of P, and also the permissible normal stress and shear stress, that is the sigma n as well as sigma t, they given as a 7 Newton per mm square as well as 3.5 Newton per mm square. So from this, calculate the P value. So if you look into this diagram, so this one is a rectangular plane and the axial pull, it is like this. The section they taken BC and the angle through that axis is 60 degrees. So from this to normal to this section, we will take a right angle to the force. So 90 minus 60 degrees, we will get the theta value. These are the given data. So from this, first we will calculate the normal stress. From that, we will calculate the safe stress value, the sigma n they given, and theta value we got it. So from that, we got the sigma value is 9.33. Same like that from the shear stress, there is a one more formula. Okay, if it is like this, we have to enter the all values. We got total 8.083. So from these two, which one is the safe means whichever is less, we will take that one. That is 8.083 Newton per mm square. Now from this, we have to calculate the safe value. So that is nothing but load by area stress equal to load by area P by A. So now we need P. So then the safe stress into area when you need the P value. Safe stress is 8.083. Area of the cross section is 11,000. So finally we got the safe value of the axial pull is 88.913 kilonewton. So my dear students, this is the easiest problem. Anyway, we will solve one more problem like this. I will write the problem. Wait for 1 second. Yes. Two wooden pieces, 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters in cross section are glued together along line AB as shown in figure. Figure below. What maximum axial force P can be applied if the allowable shearing stress along AB is 1.2 Newton per mm square. So my dear students, please look into this problem. They are saying the two wooden pieces are there. Those are 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters in a cross section are glued. That means, for suppose this is one wooden piece, this is one wooden piece. If they glued means it will stick together. So as shown in the below figure, anyway, I will draw the figure. The maximum axial forces we are applying a load P. So and also allowable shearing stress they given as a 1.2 value. Okay. So now we have to calculate the P value. I will draw the diagram easily. So this is the P value and this is the section AB up to here only. The angle is 30 degrees. They given in the problem. Okay. So now this is the section. So coming to the solution, the area of the cross section is 10 centimeters into 10 centimeters. We will get 100 centimeters square. Now if I convert into the mm, 1 centimeter equal to 10 mm. So 10 centimeter equal to 100 into 100. Total 10,000 mm square. We convert into the mm. The allowable shear stress sigma T equal to 1.2 Newton per mm square. So if you observe here, the allowable shear stress they given already sigma T. And here through the plane they given 30. If you remove, if you need angle of line AB with the normal cross section, that is theta equal to 90 minus 30 degrees, you will get total 60 degrees. So this is the given data. Okay. So now what we have to do, the P is nothing but maximum axial force and sigma equal to maximum allowable stress in the direction of P. Okay, we know already the sigma T, the formula for the shear stress, already we discussed earlier, sigma by 2 into sine 2 theta. So sigma T, they given already in the problem, sigma T equal to 1.2. So now I substitute here and also T value, we got 60 degrees. Okay, so sigma T is 1.2 equal to sigma by 2 into sine 2 into 60 degrees. Then what happens? 1.2 into sigma by 2 into sine 120 degrees. So sigma equal to 1.2 into 2 by sine 120 degrees. And tell me the sigma value. I will wait for you. Please tell me the answer. Yes. So I will ask now randomly some people. Please make it fast. Within 1 minute, I will ask randomly. Nikita, you are right. Shobhul Reddy, right. Aishwarya, you are right answer. VBEC 101, right answer. Yeah, I will ask some people randomly. Please respond. G Pranay 138. Please unmute yourself. Manohar, right. Avinash, right. Yeah, I will ask randomly. So Pranay, please unmute yourself. Pranay, are you there? Yeah, why don't you responding in the chat box? I am expecting answer from you. Okay, your network is slow. Okay, thank you so much. We will meet again. You can message through chat box. Power 19105. ABC Anusha, you're right. Chetan, 19107. Chetan, 19 series 107. You are not responding. It's okay. Chandana, 19 series 119. Okay, you are not responding. Good. Tarun Teja. Chandana, you are right. Your answer is wrong. Please recheck once again. Tarun Teja. Please respond. Tarun Teja. Tarun Teja, please unmute yourself. Nagendra Prasad. Okay. So here the answer we got 2.77 Newton per mm square. So now the maximum axial force P equal to stress in the direction of P multiply with area of cross section. So finally we got sigma into 10,000. Okay. So P equal to sigma we got already 2.771 into 10,000. So what is the answer? 27710 newtons. If I convert into meters, that is 27.71 kilonewton.